Good evening, everyone. This is a video on the Hindu, 26th October. Um, it is about the important articles that you should go through in this newspaper. Let's see. In this first page of the Delhi edition, this article, can you see this article? Supreme Court tells panel to fix maximum water level at Mullaperiyar Dam. So go through this article and know about what is Mullaperiyar Dam, where it is located, in which district, Idukki district, in Western Ghats, and what is the river that is the source of this water, Periyar River. Know about this Periyar River, maybe can be important for the prelims. And the next one article is first tip off on Miltons in Poonch came from a laborer, not very important. Then other articles in this first page are not that important. And just go through the script approval must before shooting in MP. This is can be used as an example for preventing the freedom of speech, etc. So this is against the fundamental rights of expression. And then you can go through this article. NCB, it's not going about going through this article, but try to find about NCB. This is a body, comes under which ministry? Is it a statutory body or a constitutional body or a executive body? So just know about NCB. And also this act, Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act. I know about this act. That's all from the first page. Let's go to second page. Not many important articles. Just see this city's air quality likely to fall to poor category tomorrow. So this is about air quality index, the air pollution in the Delhi, etc. Already, once UPSC has already asked a question on Delhi's poor air quality in mains. So for mains may be important. Also for prelims, air quality index, guys, read about air quality index. What are the pollutants that are taken into consideration while calculating air quality index? Just go through it. Every day try to learn something, make notes of it for your prelims. That is the way you can ace the prelims, not just in last 2 months or 3 months. If you focus, that will not help you. Every day has to be intense. Every day you have to focus on these things. Then apart from that, yeah, nothing from page 2. Then you go through this page. There is some article related to BSF jurisdiction. Parties in Punjab oppose centre's decision. Yeah, this article you can go through. This is where state governments are opposing recent amendment or change in the BSF jurisdiction. So know what is this change, how why TMC and Punjab government are opposing this change in the BSF Act or BSF jurisdiction. Also, you can connect this to paper 2. Mains paper 2, there is something called as challenges to federalism. So you can make this as a example in that concepts of federalism. Apart from that, yeah, nothing else. Then in this page, not that important articles. You can just go through this article. Gujarat farmers upset over erratic power supply. Now there is a power supply issue that is going on in the country because of shortage of coal. So know about the coal shortage, why this has come. So coal as a concept or as a resources is important for prelims. Many times questions have come on coal. Just go through this article once. Then again, Mullaperiyar Dam, just continuation of that articles on page 1. Apart from that, yeah, you see these articles, 2 articles, important. Survey of churches. High Court orders notice to Karnataka. So this is they are saying that this violates the Article 14 and Article 21, right to privacy and right to equality. So just go through this article once and see how they are connecting survey of churches to Article 21 and Article 14. This is how you need to apply your knowledge of polity that you learn about fundamental rights and connect to the real life situations. So this is how UPSC also asks questions. Just go through that article. Then Archbishop of Bengaluru opposes anti-conversion law. So also know about this anti-conversion law, etc. You can use this as an example, or even UPSC can also ask you a question on this related aspects in the mains. Then next, moving on to the next page. This is editorials page. See, mixed messaging. Center seems unclear about political process needed for normalcy in Jammu and Kashmir. Not much important for prelims, but means perspective already once Article 370 was asked. Just go through it. These kind of questions are important for interview. So from this perspective, you can just go through this article or the editorial and see what has to be done to bring normalcy in Jammu and Kashmir. But there are some party-related writings in this article, so not that important also. Then end the impasse. This article you can see. A solution is needed for core issues concerning farmers and not merely roadblocks. So this article is saying that yeah, we have to end both the issue of blocking of roads, and also there has to be solution to the farmers issue. So if you have already read about the three farm laws that have been passed and understood the pros and cons, or the good and bad of these laws, then you can skip this article, not that important. Then you see this article, a reminder that India still trails in the hunger fight. This is about the recent global hunger index rank of India. Indian government is saying that this report or this ranking is flawed, but some are saying they are fine, that ranking is based on the objective criteria. So not UPSC can definitely ask a question on hunger, poverty, etc., because these are part of our paper to GS main, so they can be asked on this. So just you can go through it once and see. There are some things like ICDS, integrated child development scheme, etc., were mentioned in this. This is the scheme which aims at addressing hunger, and also PDS is also mentioned. So just go through it once. And this article is important. Perils of unresolved boundary. This is written by Nirupama Rao, former uh, Indian ambassador. Just to go through it. Paper 2, international relations, important. Then you see this is also an important article. Festering crisis in Park Street. This is about the boundary, like clashes between Indian fishermen and Sri Lankan Navy, etc. The problems that about overfishing, bottom trawling. So know about these concepts. What is bottom trawling? Just Google it once and see the YouTube about bottom trawling and deep sea fishing. So what is this deep sea fishing? Why we have to end bottom trawling, and why we have to encourage deep sea fishing? And so overall this article is important. Also, just to go through this last paragraph of this article, a beautifully written conclusion. This is how you should write your answers and essays. Try to go through these sentences and try to learn how the author is making these statements, and try to accommodate these kind of statements or into your answers and your essays. Then the next article is a region of rising intolerance. Not that important, but this is about the increasing attacks on Hindus in Bangladesh and how to address this issue. Then you see bubbles of trust approach. This is also an important article about the uh, globalization, its backlash, and now how to address the increasing protectionism and the supply chain issues that has come because of China. So technological sovereignty lays a good article. Just go through it once. Then rest of the articles not that important. The you see Dada Saheb Phalke Award. Just go through it. Maybe you can make a small two-liner note on that, or like awards can be asked as UPSC is moving from concepts to facts. Maybe new dimensions can come in the next prelims. Just go through this. Defense exports up by 334% in 5 years. Indigenization of technology. Paper 3. EC notice to Assam CM for code violation. So this is model code of conduct violation, and EC has sent a notice to Assam CM. Just read this. Then you see Southwest monsoon withdraws from India. Withdrawal of monsoon, Southwest monsoon. Just go through this article once. Uh, Apart from that, Facebook undermining Indian democracy. So go through the article and see. Also, previously there were accusations and allegations against Facebook that it is interfering in countries' elections, etc. So article is important. Also, UPSC has previously asked a question on social media that essay question was asked, which is like social media is inherently a selfish media. So when you read these kind of articles, then only you will be able to answer such kind of things. And apart from that, Indo-Pacific will become a center of the world. This is also a good article. Go through it once. Important from IR perspective of paper 2. Apart from that, if you say CO2 emissions in 2020 above decadal average, not very important. Just see the GHG gases. What are the greenhouse gases uh, which have the highest potential? Don't keep everything before prelims, and start learning things from now onwards. India's expectations from CO2 COP26. Good article. Good article. Just go to what is net zero target, what is common but differentiated responsibility, why we are for CBDR but not for net zero target. Just go through these things. Apart from that, only UP has issued oil stock limits. This is constantly in news, the increasing oil prices. That is why a palm oil question was asked recently in prelims. So just go through it once. Excuse me. Then in the international page, you can just see the headings. Sudan's military seizes power in coup. Then China is a builder of peace and a protector of global order. See, he may be joking. Then you see Iran to host meet on Afghanistan. This is a foreign ministers meet going to be conducted in Iran. India is not invited. Just go through it once. Facebook language gaps weaken screening of hate and terrorism. Again, continuation from the previous article. She's a ex FB employee. She has now turned as a whistleblower and coming out with information how FB is operating and what are the flaws with the Facebook. So just go through that article once. From the economy page, business page, just know about rubber output, where rubber plants grow in India, how much we export or import, what are the conditions for the growth of rubber, etc. Just go through it once. Apart from that, yeah, what is this? VC deals in India more than double to $14 billion. So what is VC? Find out what is venture capital fund, who are venture capitalists. So try to know about these fundamentals. Then you see here Telecos wants 6 months extension to 5G trials. So whenever you see something like 5G, VC, etc., your spirit of inquiry has to kick in. This is what UPSC is looking in the student spirit of inquiry. No one you should not be waiting for some institute magazines and read from those magazines. It is you who have to work and learn. So now whenever you see something like 5G, so find out what is 5G. why we are moving on to 5G, how 5G is different from 4G, how is it different from 3G. So learn these things from YouTube, from Wikipedia, etc. And also when you see something, a new technical term like venture capital, etc., you should automatically go to Wikipedia and learn about that. Next is sports page. Yeah, this prelims, three questions have been asked in the on the sports. That doesn't mean that you should spend hours and hours to on the sports page. Just go through the headings. Then now there is a ICC 2020 World Cup has been going on. Just see the headings and here. Uh, Yeah, just get an understanding. Roger Federer, F1 racing. These are the questions that were asked. So just go through it. That's all for today. Thank you.